sun is giving sunshine and sun rays and happiness. I love it. But working from home today, it is Friday, and I really wasn't sure if I was gonna film today just because I'm like a little backlogged on videos. Like I keep filming but not having any time to edit. So I was like, I kind of gotta stop filming so many videos. But this video is very special to me. So if you've been following along my journey of Vetted by Design and getting the platform off the ground, then you know that I started a platform for interior designers to be able to find highly vetted professionals to hire and outsource to. And it has been such a journey. I did a soft launch in January, hard launch in February. Oh, somebody's just outside doing lawn care. But so I've really only been launched in public with the company for February, March, April. So for 3 months. And for the last 3 months, I've just been perfecting the website, like getting more content and just getting the website the way that I want it. And then I've been having not millions, that's dramatic. I've probably had 20 Zoom calls with founders of companies, with owners of companies, just talking to them about their business and what like makes them happy and if they would like to be on the platform, if that's something that they're interested in. So I've had a lot of conversations, and I've created the Elite Pro group, which is just the group of early adopters of the platform, people who want to see the platform succeed, all that kind of stuff. And yesterday, it's just so crazy. So there's a form on the Vetted by Design website that pros can go to apply to start the vetting process. And it's just like a form. And I thought that my website would let me know when somebody filled out the form. They didn't. So 2 weeks ago, a pro applied and I never even heard back. And then last night, somebody DM'd me and said that they were going to apply on the website, and then they applied on the website. So currently I have 2 applications for memberships sitting in the queue, which is huge. So the whole platform is free for interior designers, and then pros have to pay a membership to be featured on the platform, and they have to go through like a whole vetting process ran by me, and they have to have a interview call with me. And so it's really exciting because I've just been hand selecting people thus far. And so it's really exciting to finally get 2 people who have applied. Obviously, that doesn't mean that they will turn into memberships because I still have to put them through the vetting process to see if they're even in alignment to even be on the platform. But it's kind of like a confirmation, like proof of concept, I guess, because when you're starting something new and like a new company, when you're starting an app, when you're starting skincare or whatever it is that you're starting, you don't really know. Like there's a little tinge behind you, like a little voice, like you don't really know if it's gonna work or be sustainable or if anybody will want it. So it's just really cool to get that confirmation that people do want to be a part of the platform, and that designers, everyone I've talked to thinks it's a phenomenal idea. So it's really exciting to get my first 2 applications and put 2 people through the vetting process. I'm really, really excited. I really obviously hope that I can sell 2 memberships, because the whole idea of the platform is for me to one day be able to go full-time in the platform. And the only way I can go full-time in the platform is if I am selling memberships. So we'll see how far they get in the vetting process. I don't really share a whole lot about the vetting process and what that looks like, just because it's proprietary to my company and to me. So yeah, I just was like, I'm not gonna film today, but I really wanted to capture this moment, and hopefully one day I'll be able to look back on this moment and have 300 pro memberships on the platform and just be able to like remember my very first 2 applications. So I'm just really excited. So for those first 2 applications, I'm doing 2 different things for them, because if you are a membership-based business, it's kind of, in my opinion, hard to know when do I present that it's a paid membership? Do I put it on the website and then I feel like people won't even apply? Or do I put it on, do I email them, and once they apply, then I email them back and announce that it's a paid membership at that point? Or do I let them get to a certain point in the vetting process and then let them know? So since there's 2 applicants, I'm going to try 2 different strategies, if you will. One applicant, I'm going to just send an email, thank you for applying. I'm gonna have like a little spiel about our mission, our spiel about our vision, and a spiel about how we support pros on the platform. How do we get your company out there? How do we, basically I do marketing for these companies, for the pros that are on the platform. And I'll just present the membership price in that initial email. On the other pro, I'm going to try a different strategy where I'm gonna hop on a call with them first and do like a whole pitch deck, and then present the pricing model and like the membership fee. So one's gonna get the membership fee information at the point of the email, and the other one is gonna get the membership fee information at the point of me pitching. So we'll see. It's something that I don't know. Like, I don't know if I should just put it on my website. Should I put it on the first email? Should I let them get a little bit further and like be able to hear my mission and my vision for the platform? Because I feel like if people hear my passion behind the platform, and if people hear the mission and where the platform is going to go in the next year to 5 years, I think that that would help them be more confident in buying a membership, just knowing all the goodness that's going to come out of the membership. But they can't hear my mission and vision if they get scared away. I don't know. I'm just kind of like very live time talking about this, and very live time building a business and seeing where it takes me. So I need to reply to both of those applicants, and I need to do some drafting for a designer. I don't draft for other people very often, but while I'm pulling back a little bit from my design company, I still need income coming from somewhere so that I can put my time towards Vetted by Design. So that's a whole thing. So yeah, I need to do that, and then I need to keep trying to get on a 3rd podcast. I've just been trying and pitching to podcasts. I've gotten on 3 podcasts for Vetted by Design just to talk about the platform, and my goal was 3, and the 3rd one has been super hard. The first one was hard, the second one was really easy, and then the 3rd one has been impossible. And 3 is my goal. So I don't know if I need to get creative about pitching to podcast hosts. I don't really know, but that's also on the agenda. And the drafting that I have to do is probably going to take all day. I have a lunch meeting with a local designer that I talked about in my last vlog, where she has a business idea for the area, and we talked about it on the phone. It's a good, cool idea. We're going to sit down over lunch and just talk about like her ideas of how to bring it to life and pricing, and she's just going to pick my brain about it. So that's at noon. So not too much on the docket for today. Drafting's just going to take all my time. I did tell the architect that I've been drafting for the past couple of months that I don't want to draft for him anymore. For a couple different reasons. The workflow was fantastic. Like, we worked really well together, and like it was just not bogged down. Like, the workflow was great. But it was hard for me to devote. I only work for like 6 hours a day. My ideal is to work from 9 to 3, and then I pick up my daughter. And so it was really hard for me to devote 12 to 4. So I couldn't even pick up my daughter at 3. And it's hard just to devote 4 hours of my workday to somebody else's business when I have 2 other businesses that I'm growing. Because I'm still growing Alder and Stone, even though I'm like pulling back a little bit from that business. But I was just like, that's tough, because then I'm only spending 3 hours on my own businesses. And I just was like finding myself really dragging and not wanting to work on the drafting for him. And I also help my family with a lot of things. And so it was hard to balance like showing up for my family, showing up for Vetted by Design, showing up for Alder and Stone, showing up for my daughter, showing up for my husband. So I found myself just like kind of really burnt out drafting for him. So I'm probably going to draft for him until he can find a replacement drafter, and then I'm done. So hopefully he finds one fast, because I also just don't like architectural drafting, and I don't like CAD. So that's where I'm at. I've been rambling on and on and on. But yeah, let's get started with my work day. So I went ahead and made a little list of things to do. Excuse my nails, I don't care. So I kind of already talked about it, but I just wanted to make a little bit like neater of a list. So I have email 2 pros that apply to the platform. I need to take a shower because my hair is greasy AF. Reach out to 3 podcasts, just cold pitching them. Draft for the designer. I have a lunch with the local designer from 12 to 1. Start writing an email. I have to send out a huge email, so I just need to start outlining it. And then I need to do some more drafting and finish the drafting for the designer that I am working with. So it's kind of not a lot, but each item will take a long time. So this is like a little hack that I do from time to time. I make a list of all the things that I need to do, and then I will highlight or circle the ones that like are non-negotiables that I have to do. So I have to respond to those pros. I have to take a shower. I have to do drafting because I have a deadline today. I have to do the lunch with the designer because I already scheduled it with her. So the things that I don't really need to do are reach out to podcast and start that email. So I have about 2 hours before I need to be at the lunch. So let's get to emailing and drafting. Okay, so I started writing. I think I am pretty done with them, but there's 2 email strategies that I'm planning for Vetted by Design. I just typed them out, and I actually didn't use ChatGPT. I actually wrote all this from the heart. So, so the first strategy, as I mentioned, is just to get the pro on a call first, so they can just hear me firsthand talk about my passion for the platform and like so they can buy into my vision for the platform. And then I will present the pricing for the membership. So it just has like a little thank you for your patience, and then our mission, and it talks about my personal reason for starting the platform, and then my commitment to the platform, my vision for where the platform is going to go. I wanted to keep all of this like really quick in like just a couple sentences, because for this one I'll have like a full pitch, so I don't want to like go too in depth and then it's just redundant for my pitch. And then what's the next step? And the next step will be a link to a Calendly or something so they can schedule their video call with me. While the platform is still small and it's just me doing everything, the vetting process is going to have to be a lot more streamlined and a lot more simplistic. And then once the platform starts creating and generating more interest and more revenue, then I can hire people that can help me fully outfit the vetting process. but that's like a future goal. And then the second email is just the same exact thing, but then I also include a little explanation of the membership tiers. So I'm gonna go ahead and I have to still set up a Calendly because I don't have one, but I'm gonna set up my Calendly and then link the calendar here and send out these emails. I also got a third application when I logged into my backend today, so that's really exciting. So I have sent out 3 applicants emails, and they all read it because I have tracking on my email so I can see when people read the email, and they've all read it. So one of them I sent out no membership information, and I'll just pitch the membership in the pitching call we take. The other 2, I put the membership information directly in the email, but I also was like, okay, the membership tier is this, the membership tier is this, but then I'm like, if you're not ready to become a member, then join our Facebook group and shout your business out. Because then I feel like it's nice because I'm still giving pros an opportunity to grow their business for free and still like giving them a solution. I really want the platform to be solution based and just supportive of wherever you're at in life with your business. So as you can tell, I'm very business passionate, very, very business passionate, but it's like almost 11 and my hair is like disgusting. So I'm gonna go take a shower and get ready and I'm gonna start drafting. So shower, drafting, lunch. I never wear my hair down. And this is why, because my hair is very long and I got a bad haircut a million years ago. That sound is my washer and dryer. So, but yeah, I got a bad haircut. As you can see, the first like front section of my hair is like this short and then the back section is drops off. So yeah, I got a bad haircut, so I don't wear my hair down very often. And it's also really long and I have a daughter and she likes to pull on my hair. I need to grab a clippy. Hold please. See, it's just a bad haircut. There, I shut the door. So I'm gonna, I guess, show you guys my signature hairstyle, my mom hairstyle that I wear every single day, rain or shine, no matter what. Gosh, looking at this haircut, it's like, why? Why did someone do this to me? Just chopped off in the front, drops down. Anyways, okay. I usually just take out the front little pieces, a couple little pieces. My hair is getting long and I need another haircut, but I'm kind of traumatized. And I just put all of it to the back. And I just leave a little bit of bangs, whiskers in the front. And it's getting really long, so the longer it gets, the harder it is to do this hairstyle. So if you have shorter little front pieces, it'll be easier. And then I just wrap it all up in the back and clip it. And it's kind of painful. Oh, and sometimes a little bit of it falls out and I don't want that, so gotta redo it. And this hairstyle is not revolutionary. I did not invent it. It's like literally everyone's hairstyle. I feel like I see this hairstyle all the time, literally all the time. So yeah, I just kind of pull out some pieces and then I take my flat iron. I need to brush my hair out, but you guys are currently being balanced on my hairbrush situation, so I'm not gonna do that. And then I will just straighten my roots. I have naturally curly hair, so my roots are very curly. So yeah, I'll just take it, straighten the roots like so. So my roots are nice and smooth. Part it down. And I usually take out like some of these like little whispers that are like in my hair and by my ears, and I curl those separately. So I just curl it. And then I take this chunk and I divide it into 2. Like I said, none of this is like revolutionary, but if you're a mom who like does not have time to be bothered, but still wants to look somewhat presentable throughout your day, and like you tried, then this is like the go-to hairstyle for you. Is my hair fried? Probably. But yeah, I just get some loose little things like that. And then I do the other side. The other side, like I have more hair on this side. So that drives me nuts. And that's probably why I'm always like going nuts about my hair. But yeah, it's kind of hard to do this in the viewfinder of my phone. And it just gets messy. Like, it's supposed to be a messy hairstyle for sure. Okay. Nothing about my life as a mom of two, or a mom of one, and a business owner of two businesses, like, leads you to believe that I'm put together. So, just gotta do, I'm trying not to burn my freaking self, but also show you what I'm doing. Yeah, I need a haircut so bad. Because when my hair is long like this, they don't curl. Like, the wispies don't curl very well. But I have somewhere to be, so I don't really have all day to finesse my hair right now. So yeah, I just take my straightener and straighten it. And if it's, I just like it kind of wavy, messy, effortless. And sometimes I'll go back in and just kind of straighten the little wispies, so they look more like a beachy wave, like a loose beachy wave than like an actual curl. I need a haircut so bad. I like them to be like half, yeah, like half, but that's the best that I can do. As you guys know, if you watch my videos, this is how I wear my hair. Probably 99% of the time. Or I'll put it up in like a top knot type of bun situation. But as a working mom, I do not have time to be like, I know some moms like blow dry their hair every day. I do not, I cannot. There is not a single bone in my body that's like, oh yeah, I have time for that. Nope, don't got time for that. So every single morning, put my hair in a claw clip and I recurl the front pieces. It takes me like 5 minutes. And although the front pieces of my hair are probably charred to bits, the back of my hair is not. The majority of my hair is healthy. So anyways, enough of my chitter chatting. I feel like this is a very chatty Cathy vlog. I also need to do my eyebrows. I don't do my eyebrows every day. If I don't have any meetings, you're not catching me with eyebrows. But if I have meetings or if I'm meeting with somebody, then I'll do my eyebrows. So eyebrows need to go on. I have like 20 minutes before I need to be at this lunch thing. I was thinking about it when I was getting ready, and I was just like, how cool is it that somebody has a business idea and their thought is to contact me? Like, oh, I should talk to Renisha about it. I think that that's really cool, and I want to be a sounding board for businesses. And I'm not a business coach. No, I'm not a business coach. I'm your business bestie. Like, maybe we're best friends and we talk about business, but I'm not a business coach, and I have no business giving anybody advice. But if it happens naturally, organically, then that's fine. But I'm not out here coaching anybody on anything. So I'm gonna go to this lunch, come back, and then I have like 6, 7, 8, I have a billion hours of drafting to do. So I'm back from lunch with my design friend. The business kind of meeting thing that we had was fine. It was great. We just chatted about her business idea a little bit more and all that kind of stuff. Back home now, and I've been drafting a little tiny bit for the designer that we have like a deadline today. I have a deadline today, so I've just been doing that drafting. And then I left it off that I sent an email, like a thank you for applying email to 3 different pros that applied to be on the platform. And one of them got no pricing, just thank you for applying, let's hop on a call. And I'll pitch the price in the call. 2 of them got pricing in the email. And the one who got no pricing emailed me back, scheduled a meeting with me, and then the 2 who got the pricing in the email have not responded. So we'll see if they respond. Obviously, it's too soon to tell, but I just thought that was kind of interesting because I really do think that the membership pricing is going to scare a lot of people off just because the platform is new and people don't like to pay for things. Obviously, they want to be marketed for free. But yeah, anyways, I just thought that was interesting. And then I'm just going to keep drafting. I have a lot of drafting to do in a little bit of time. So I'm gonna keep drafting. I've already started it, so I've been drafting for a while. So I have to pick up my daughter in like 2.5 hours. So I'm gonna continue this drafting for the next 2.5 hours, and then it'll be the weekend. So I'm really excited for the weekend. I'm so tired. So yeah. I usually never work on Saturdays, but I have so much stuff to do this Saturday. So it's 9 a.m. and I spent like the morning hanging out with my little Scarly Boo, and then I'm gonna go on a walk with one of my friends. The weather's not super great outside, but it'll do. So I'm going on a walk with a friend, and then I'm gonna go to my office and get like 2 hours of dedicated, uninterrupted work done. I have like a lot that I want to get done, but we'll see how much I can actually get through. I'm just focusing on, so I just got to my office and I made a little to-do list of the things that I want to get done today, and it's all vetted by design stuff. So the first one, I need to create the freebie. So when designers come to my website, if they want the freebie, they can do like an email opt-in, so I can start collecting emails for an email newsletter. And then I need to create a Flowdesk workflow. So essentially Flowdesk, I think, is just a way to make the freebie pop up on my website. So when designers go to my website, it'll pop up and be like, hey, do you want this freebie? Yeah, type of stuff like that. And then create, I have 3 pro profiles to create. Okay, so I need to add that to the list. I need to create 3 pro profiles. And then I need to send out the pro email. So for all the elite pros, I need to send out an email that just talks about their membership and all of the perks of their membership. And then set up, I'm reading this backwards, but set up, and then I need to set up a Calendly scheduling thing, because I'm gonna be starting a podcast where I just talk about founders. It's gonna be, I don't know what the title is gonna be, but the whole concept is I talk to really any business owner in the home industry. So that's interior designers, that's architects, that's if you created a software for interior designers, anybody who is like a founder, small business owner, I'm gonna have conversations with them. So I need to send up the Calendly invite, because any pro, like all pros that are on Vetted by Design website will get like a 45-minute interview on the podcast. So I just need to set that up. And then, I need to add a section on my website for the Facebook group, because I started a Facebook group for interior designers, and I need to just put a little something on the website about it. And then I'm gonna add 3 pros to the platform. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things that I need to do. It's 10:30. I want to be home by 12:30 because Scarlett's nap is usually around 12:30. So I'm going to get home in time to put her down for her nap, because I'm a mom and I value being there for bedtime and nap time. I can't always be there for bedtime, and I can't always be there for nap time because she obviously goes to daycare, but on the weekends I like to do the nap time and the bedtime. So that gives me about 2 hours to get all this stuff done. So I really got to get after it. So let's get started. Alrighty, so I just made the freebie for my website. So it's the complete bedroom checklist. And it essentially just has a bunch of checklist items for if you're decorating a bedroom. So this is going to be the freebie opt-in that I attach to the Flowdesk workflow. Okay, I think I have the full workflow set up for the freebie. It took me a million years. It is the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. I'm not like a tech person. I'm not a website designer. here's the website. I have it set up so that after 10 seconds, the freebie should pop up. Okay, pops up. Then you put in your email address. I don't even know what email to put in. I'll just put in my... This is hard to do with one hand. Boom, you put it in, it says thank you, and then you go into your email. Damn it, my WSU email always is messed up. Okay, it might be okay. Okay, and then it goes into your email. Maybe, question mark, question mark. I don't see it in my email. Nothing in here. Okay, 1 second. Okay, we're back. It just took a second to come in. So then the email comes in. Oh, we're gonna push Trust Thunder. And then the email, vetted by design. You had me at freebie, a little blurb. Download here. Boom shakalaka, freebie. And then it's like, enjoy, blah, blah, blah. Join our Facebook group. And then boom, Facebook group. Okay, so the workflow is completed. Video. It's funny because I always feel like 2 hours is like a really long time, and then I start working on things and I'm like, 2 hours is nothing. 2 hours is like a sneeze. Like oh my God. So it is already basically 12:30, which is crazy. And I got, in the grand scheme of things, I got a lot of things done for the Vetted by Design platform. But I didn't get everything on my to-do list done, which is totally fine. We shoot for the stars and then we land amongst the moon. I don't know, shoot for the moon, land in the stars. I don't know. But I got the freebie created. I got the freebie listed, or like the pop-up for the freebie, so I can start collecting email addresses on the website. And then I created 3 pro profiles, and then I sent those over to the pros. Honestly, creating the workflow to capture emails on Flowdesk took me forever, just because I just am not like super tech savvy. It's very hard. The tech side of things is a lot easier for other people than it is for me. So I'm gonna go home, do nap time with my daughter, and then when she wakes up from nap time, I need to start drafting the email for the Elite Pros. I would really, really like if that email went out on Monday morning. So we're gonna see if we can get that going. Set up the Calendly link. That's such a hard word to say. The Calendly link for pros to sign up for the podcast interview. So that'll be easy. That'll take me 2 seconds. And then I gotta make sure that my I hate that word. I gotta make sure my Calendly links to my Google Calendar for my business, for my interior design business, because it's not going to be good if I like schedule interior design clients at the same time that I schedule Vetted by Design clients. So I need to make sure that, I think I'm going to block out Fridays to do podcast interviews, because on Fridays I work from home, and when I meet with the pros, they're at home typically, so they don't really care if I'm like have a pretty background or anything. So that should be fun. And then I need to add a little section to the website for the Facebook group that I'm trying to grow. So that won't take long either. So I should be able to get all that done. And then I have to go later and pick up my t-shirt, because there's like a local running thing that's going on that my daughter and I are going to be walking with my friends. And so I have to go pick up my t-shirt and registration stuff later today. So that's all we got done. Not a lot. I kind of want to take this. I usually leave this notebook here with me in my office. I think I'm gonna take it with me so I can hopefully get the rest of the stuff done. But I mean, I got as much done that I could, and there's always more to do when you're starting your own business. There's always just so much to do, no shortage of things to do. But I'm glad I got that 3 pro profiles created, because it had been 2 weeks of me needing to create those. So I'm glad I finally got those done. But that's it for today, or not for today, that's it for right now. So I'll probably pick up the camera later after my daughter's nap when I start trying to finish this list. Okay, well, nothing about the rest of my day went the way that I thought it was going to go. I thought I was going to go home from my office, put my daughter down for a nap, and just spend time with her, and then she would wake up from her nap, and then I was going to continue working on the stuff that I needed to do. None of that happened. I went home and my husband was putting her down for a nap. I went in there to tag in so he could tag out because he's building a shed right now, and she did not want to take a nap. So she just beep, skipped her nap altogether, and now it's like 3 o'clock and she's tired. And if you know, you know. If you let your baby or toddler take a really late nap, then they don't go to bed until midnight, 11 o'clock midnight. So if she takes a nap right now, she's not going to bed till really late at night. And then I have to stay awake. As the parents, you just have to stay awake and wait for them to fall asleep, and then you can go to bed. So we love that for mom. Just so crazy. I was watching another working mom YouTuber, and she was talking about how she, like, her and her husband fit her kids, like, make it known to her kids that they fit into the parents' lifestyle. She's like, my kids know that they fit into my lifestyle. I don't fit into their lifestyle. And I'm just like, I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that's a thing. Like, maybe if you're a parent and that's your mantra, let me know in the comments. But I very much so fit my life into my child's life. I schedule my day and my time around naps, around snacks, around everything. And I don't know. Maybe that's for when your kids are older. You can be like, I don't let my life revolve around my child. My life 1000% revolves around my child. She's a toddler. So I feel like that's kind of, I don't know. I just thought that that was a really interesting take on parenthood. And I don't know how feasible that is. But like, oh yeah, my child fits in my life. I don't fit in their life. Just very interesting. So we decided that we were just going to jump ship and not work for the rest of the day. And then we're at grandpa's house, so my daughter can see her grandpa and her aunt, and we're just gonna hang out at my dad's house for a little while and then go home. And I don't know if I'm gonna be able to work today. I still have stuff that I need to finish, so I don't really know. And I had to go register for this like 12K that's like a local 12K, and the registration was like a whole thing. You had to like park, go all the way to this center, go up all these flights of stairs. It was like a whole journey to be able to register, or like I was already registered, but like to go get my little name tag thing, that took forever. And so yeah, this whole day just like did not happen. I don't know. And I have to do the 12K tomorrow with Scarly in the stroller. I'm not gonna run it, I'm just gonna walk it, and it's raining. So I'm like, I don't feel like walking a 12K in the rain with a baby. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to work at all this weekend or finish my tasks at all. So I'm just going to end the vlog here. And then if I pick up later, then I pick up later. My hair is a mess. But if I pick up later, then I pick up later. If I don't, then I don't. Thanks for watching. It is the end of the day and I look crazy, but I finally made a little bit more leeway. It is 9:18 and I got a couple more things done on my little to-do list. So I was able to add a little section on my website for people that join the Facebook community. I'll show you. And then I also created a Calendly link for pros to sign up for the podcast. So that is the last thing I'm doing tonight. I still have more to do, but that's all we're doing for today. Basically all I did was add this. So once you click it, goes to the Facebook group. Took a long time, but got her done. It is Monday, and I think I have finally decided what this video is really about. It's a couple of days in the life of a founder. So I started the video out on Friday, and then I filmed on Saturday, and now I'm continuing it on Monday. So what's excited about today is I have a pitch today. So I think I mentioned in one of the previous videos that, or previous days, same video, that I got 3 applications to the Vetted, like on the Vetted by Design website. And out of the 3 people, I am trying some different things because I'm unsure of when to present the pricing. I don't know. I feel like if I just put the membership pricing on the website, people will be deterred from even hearing my pitch. But if I present it through, I don't know. So out of the 3, 1, I did not present the pricing, and I'm going to present it during my pitch. And then the other 2, I presented the pricing in the email. So thank you for applying to the platform. This is the membership pricing. Out of those 2 that I sent in the email, 1 never responded, and 1 responded saying, I'm not interested. Literally flat out, like, I'm not interested, which is no harm, no foul. I did feel slightly salty. I felt slightly salty just because it's like, it wasn't really a nice way to say it. It was just like, I'm not interested. I forget what came after that. But it was kind of exciting because I know it's going to take 50 to 100 no's before I get my first yes. So I would like to just start the no process and get it over with. So it was my first no. Somebody did not want to be a part of the platform. And the thing is, that's like pretty interesting about that is that people do want to be a part of the platform on the pro side. Like all the pros that I've talked to, whether they're paid or like free memberships, they all want to be a part of the platform. So I'm like, the want is there. It's just like, do people want to pay for it is the hard part. But in order for me to be able to go full-time in Vetted by Design, I have to make money off of it in some way, shape, or form. And so there has to be something, you know? So whatever. And then I have a pitch this morning, and the pitch this morning is at 10. I'm not done with my pitch deck. I have to like go fine tooth comb my pitch deck. Thankfully, I already made my pitch deck like a month or 2 ago. So I just have to tweak my pitch deck and like tailor it to that pitch. I did not tell this person that it's a paid membership, so I'll be presenting the fact that it's a paid membership during the pitch. I plan to just be very matter of fact about it and just end the call with like, you let me know if this is something that you're interested in. I have to just like take the emotion out of it. Everything about Vetted by Design is emotional for me. It just is. It's something that I'm so passionate about, but I have to just understand that like, you just present and you just leave it there. Okay, you just leave it there. If people want to like become part of the platform, they can, and if they don't, they don't. But so yeah, I have to like finish my pitch deck. I have about 40 minutes to do that, and then I'll have to pitch from 10 to 11, and then after that I need to really figure out the vetting process for the site. I have in my mind the full vetting process, which is like very extensive and very like full out. But while it's just me doing everything, I cannot do that full of a vetting process. So I need to create like a condensed version that I can do on my own. That's like the baby version or the beta version of the full vetting process. So I need to figure out, I already have it in my head. I just need to like graphically represent it. I'm that type of person. If I have something in my head, I need to like graphically represent it for it to stick. So I need to do that today. And then I have things that I didn't get done from the weekend to-do list. I didn't bring my list with me, so I'm not sure what was left on that. I don't know. But I also want to send an email to a couple of designers, probably like 20 designers, just welcoming them to the platform. I still am trying to get a dedicated post and a Facebook group. I'm a part of like 5 Facebook groups, and I'm active in all of these groups, like extremely active in all of these groups. So I want to be able to post like a dedicated post in one of these groups, but the admin for these groups, like you can't get a hold of them. Like you can't, it's really hard to get a hold of them. So yeah, I'm just gonna be doing outreach today. Hopefully my pitch goes good. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's just so crazy. I know I like ramble on a lot, but it's like being the founder of a business, no matter whether you're in tech, beauty, wellness, like doesn't matter. It's just really, really tough. I know that this is something that interior designers would use. I know that the market's there for it. I know that on the pro side, this is something that pros could totally benefit off of, but actually bringing the monetary part of it into fruition. And even if I start selling memberships, am I going to be able to sell enough memberships and get enough applicants to support a full-time income? I don't know. And I feel like that's something that's going to take years to find out. So it's just hard. I'm like, it's hard. And it takes so much time to build a business that you can't really work. I mean, sometimes you can work a full-time job, that's for sure, but it's just really hard. It's just such a weird place to be in, where you're like, I need money to pay my bills, but I can't go get a full-time job because then I would have no time to work on my business. I don't know, but I do got to go finish this pitch deck. So if I keep rambling, I'm not gonna have time to do that. So let's start the day. So, 1 second. I always have to turn off my overhead light because it just makes the lighting like really weird. But I am like 9 minutes out from my pitch. I was already like just making some fine detail changes on the pitch deck. I didn't want to show it because obviously I think I have shown my pitch deck before. I kind of toy with how much do I want to show of my pitch deck. It's the beta version of my pitch deck, so I feel like I'm fine sharing it because the pitch deck will change in the future. It probably will look totally different in 6 months. So I've showed it on previous vlogs, I'm sure. So I'm just getting ready right now. I downloaded my pitch deck to my computer. I'm just making sure that I like have it up and ready, and just make sure I can get through it and everything looks legible. Ooh, actually, I already found an error. 3, 5. Ooh, I got my numbers mixed up on my pitch deck. Thank God. Because I have each page on the pitch deck numbered. And so all my numbers are off because I like took out some pages, added pages, and I never updated the page numbers. That's why it's always good to be prepared for your pitches and just to fine tooth comb everything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, cool. And I don't know if it's like helpful, but I can share how I came up with my pitch deck, because when I very first founded Better by Design, I wasn't really sure what you should put in a pitch deck or like how much to share in the pitch deck. I don't know. And it's hard to create a pitch deck when you don't have a lot of like fancy stats. You know, it's easy to create a pitch deck when you have like, oh, we have 10K Instagram followers and 50K in our Facebook group and all of this stuff. But it's very interesting to try to create a pitch deck when you don't have those things. It's like, what are you pitching? I don't know. I have my first page, which is just my title page. And then I have like a page that goes into who are we, like what is the mission for the platform? What is the vision for the platform? Then I go into a page about meet the founder. I think it's really important, my founder page, because I want pros and designers to know that I'm not just some like random person coming into the design industry trying to make a buck. There's a lot of people that are trying to like angle themselves to be experts in the design industry, but they have never been a designer. It's very, very like toxic. It's very, very unethical. I think it's unethical to try to position yourself as an expert in an industry that you've never worked in, or, you know, I don't know. So I like to just explain that I am a designer, so this solution I understand from like a different angle, and then I also like to share like where the passion came from and like my journey with hiring a bookkeeper and it didn't go right and all this stuff. So then the next page is industry insights, and that just talks about like how 80% of the interior design field is being outsourced today. Well, actually, that was from 2022, so I'd reckon that in 2025, even more designers are outsourcing. A lot of designers are coming to the field like as like a second or third career, so they need to outsource a lot of things because they just don't know. You know. Then I have a page that talks about all the different categories that we have, that we support. And then the next page is our performance. And I just included that we have 2 podcast features coming out. We get an average of 50 views per profile. That's an average. And then we have had 1,000 site visits since the launch. And we've only been launched for February, March, April, 3 months. I don't know if that's good or bad. Who knows? Memberships, and the next one goes into memberships and all of the things that go into the memberships. And then the last page for some reason is like, oh, interesting. I don't know why it's like that. Whatever. The last page is just stay connected. So it's like, even if somebody doesn't want to join the membership, still stay connected. Follow us on Instagram, join our Facebook group, all of the things. So that's just a quick rundown of my pitch. I'm getting a little bit nervous. When you totally believe in your business and you totally believe in your pitch, it comes very naturally. So I'm not going to need to like look at any of these pages. I know I could just talk fluently through all these pages because it's all how I feel. I don't know if that makes sense. So I don't really need to like rehearse anything. This is probably my like 20th pitch, because for all of the free memberships, I was pitching and having conversations and talking about everything for those 20 pros. So I have like 20 Zoom calls under my belt. So it's quite a bit, but this is my first pitch for someone to be paying, So hopefully even if they don't want to join and pay for their membership, hopefully they'll be nice about it. And I don't even care for them to like make a decision during the call. I don't even care. Like, you don't have to make a decision during the call. Think about it and get back to me. And that's totally fine. Hopefully as the platform grows and gets more, like garners a larger audience, we'll get more warm leads that are applying to the site that already know it's a paid membership, so that my calls can be more productive, because it doesn't make sense to have like 1 million calls and then they're not warm leads, they're cold leads. They're people who would never pay for something like this. So hopefully by going on podcast, pros can listen to those podcasts and know it's already like a paid membership situation, and then when they apply, they already know. But for now, that's not the case. I have to present it via email or via pitch. But yeah, it is 9:59. I got to switch gears and get on this call. I don't know if I'm gonna record the whole pitch, but we'll see. And then the lady, I'm not gonna say her name, but I will write it down. Cool. And I think it's through Gmail. Cool. Should probably turn off my heater. Can you see me? Cool. I don't think your camera or your microphone is on, if you can hear me. I don't know if you can hear me. Let's see. Hi. I'm doing good. How are you today?
Good. Is it Ranisha? Is that how you say it?
You did perfect.
Oh, yay! I'm so excited.
It's so nice. When I was younger, people could never pronounce my name, and now that I'm older, people are like, Renisha. And I'm like, that's really refreshing. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for meeting with me. I don't know how much, I forget how you found out about Vetted by Design.
I have a client who is in a coaching program that mentioned you guys, and she was like, "You have to get on this list because I love you and everyone needs to know about you."
It's fun that like people are starting to kind of talk about it and like share with their communities. It's really cool, really cool. But I'm gonna share my screen if I can find out. Oh my gosh. So I just hopped off of my first like pro pitch call, and it was so good. It was so good. I just love talking with other like motivated women about their businesses, and I love talking about how I can personally support their business and help them grow their business, which has been such a secondary found passion. I started Vetted by Design with the passion of helping interior designers, and it has just blossomed into helping women and helping women founders, women CEOs, women business owners, all of that stuff. So it was really, really good call. She did say that she would like to sign up for the yearly membership. So I think I have sold my first yearly membership. She has not paid me for it because I have to figure out a way to even collect payment because I didn't really think that I was going to be selling a membership this quickly. So now I have to literally figure out how I'm going to collect payment. I think the easiest way is probably Stripe. I'm just going to set up a Stripe account maybe. I've like looked into HubSpot, and I think HubSpot you can track leads and track your like people and also charge them for the membership. I don't know, but I just didn't think that I was gonna sell a membership, but I need to figure it out because she's a hot lead. She's cool. Oh, I'm just so excited. She's just a fantastic person, and it was such a good call, and she has such big goals that I cannot wait to help her achieve. So now I need to figure out how I'm going to track my members and charge them. I would like it if there was like a program where I can even track their goals. So whenever I have pro pitch calls, I ask, where do you see your company in 5 to 10 years? And whatever their goals are for the next 5 to 10 years, I'm gonna track that and just try to find ways to help them reach their goals. Of course, at full capacity, there is room for 300 pros on the site. So that's like a lot of goals to help people achieve, obviously, that's a lot. But hopefully I can get Vetted by Design to a point where I'm not doing the onboarding. I'm doing the founder call, but I'm not doing all of the onboarding, the pitching, the outreach, and all of that. And I can just focus my 40, 50 hours a week to growing their businesses and like shouting them out and just engaging with them. I would love to do like a founders and friends hangout where we just like hang out and maybe do like a work hour. So we're just all on a Zoom call working. I don't know, but hopefully one day I can get the business to be a little bit less me in the day-to-day, and I can just help founders on the platform grow their businesses. So yeah, it's really cool. I never really thought that I would be in a position of like marketing. I'm not a marketing, I don't do marketing. This is organic. This is just community building. I'm not like a proper marketing agency, but in a way I am. So I better go freaking write that email and create that Stripe account. So hopefully she can sign up and pay for her membership. I need to create like a workflow. So yeah, I need to create a workflow that once they say yes on the Zoom call, I send out an email and there's like an email sequence type of deal. I don't know. I'm kind of building this as I'm going, flying the ship as you're building it or something like that. And that's just how it had to happen because I'm a mom. I'm a mom and I can't work a 9 to 5 and build this business on the side. I have to build it right now. I have to grow it and I have to make money from it so I can support my family. So I'm just really excited. And in the next, I'll share my own business goals. So in the next 5 to 10 years, not even 5 to 10 years, that's like a long time. In the next 2 to 3 years, I would really, really like to be full-time and Vetted by Design. Like I would like to be able to take a full-time like pay. I'd like to be paid a salary from that business. And then on the design business, I would like to just take like 1 to 2 projects a year. And I don't even know if I want big projects in my design business. The large projects that are like new builds or large scale remodels, they kill me. They literally kill me. And then I have people calling me when I'm trying to spend time with my family. It's very like hard to keep boundaries when you're working on such large projects because clients want access to you all the time. Rightfully so. They're investing a ton of money into your business. So of course they want to have access to you all the time. But just with having a baby, I can't be that present. Like I just can't. I'm present with my child first. So if you're calling me on a Saturday, I just can't get down with that. But I really envision being full-time, taking a full-time income from Vetted by Design, and then just taking on a couple passion projects on the design side. So yeah, I'm really excited. I really, really hope that she actually goes through with wanting the membership and pays for the membership, and I can start working directly with her to get her, just get her on the site. I am backlogged pretty much. I'm like very backlogged. So I might invest that membership fee directly back into the business because currently I still have like 15 blog posts to write for the elite pros. And then I have 15 blog posts for the elite pros, 15 podcasts for the elite pros. So I basically have 15 of all the perks, like the perks of the membership, to do for the elite pros that are on the free lifetime membership. So I have a lot. I'm very behind. And that's because I've been doing the drafting for the architect and all of that. So I am making a pivot. This is such a chatty vlog. I'm gonna have to put chatty in the title. I talk too much. But I'm just making a huge pivot in Vetted by Design in my lifestyle, really. I'm making a huge pivot in my life. I've been drafting for an architect and it's been great. It's been really, really good, but I don't enjoy it. I don't really find it fulfilling. I dread it. It takes 20 hours out of my week. And my daughter's only in daycare, what would be considered part-time, so she doesn't go full-time. So the fact that I'm dedicating 20 hours of my week to somebody else's business just does not get me closer to my business goals. It gets me closer to their business goals. So I told the architect that I cannot draft for him anymore. I do have like a little other drafting job that I do off and on for a pretty well-known designer. She's been fantastic. I love working with her. I love drafting for her. So I'm not saying that I'm not going to be drafting for other people, but I'm definitely done with the architect. I told him that I'll stay on and I'll keep drafting for him until he can find someone else, but it's just so time consuming, and I don't have time to do the things that I want for my own business. So yeah, I'm gonna stop doing that. And then I might pick up a drafting job for a local designer who uses Revit. I don't know if that's going to come into fruition. So I'm still drafting for other people and working on other people's companies, but it's in a way that is more sustainable for me. But yeah, I'm definitely going to be focusing the next 4 to 6 months on Vetted by Design pretty intensely, just to see like where I can get it in the next 4 months. And then if at the end of the 4 months I still don't make enough for a full-time income, hopefully I make enough for a part-time income, and then I can do part-time in the design and then part-time in Vetted by Design. But just the simple fact that I might have just sold an annual membership, I'm like, let's go. I'm so happy, and I cannot wait to help this pro grow their business and connect with other designers, and I'm just so excited. So I think that this is the part of entrepreneurship that I love. This is the part that just like I feel like so in my purpose. I feel so in my zone. I feel so like this is so natural for me. So yeah, I need to get rid of things that are not feeling natural, not feeling productive, and focus more on this feeling that I feel right now. So I'm excited. I will keep you guys updated. I'm gonna go create the email to her and say thank you for purchasing a membership. And then I'm going to set up a Stripe account so she can pay for her membership. Because that's just the quickest way. I want to find a management, like I said, I want to find a management system that can track all of the pro stuff. And it might be HubSpot, but I got to do a little bit more research. So, but yeah, she's hot lead, so I need to just get it sold. So let's go do that. So running into a small snag in my process. I really should have had this figured out prior to today. I'm trying to create like a Stripe account to take payment, and for some reason Stripe is like not working. I'm trying to connect my bank account to it, and it just keeps giving me an error code. And I don't want to like go on for much longer because this person wants to buy a membership. So I'm like, I need to sell a membership, and I should have just thought this through. So I'm not sure even what I'm going to do about it. Like, I'm not really sure what I'm going to do, but I need to collect payment, and I'm sure there's other Stripe type companies. So I guess I'm just going to have to like choose a different company. Stripe I've used before. So I wanted to use Stripe, but it's not working. So I'm going to give it one more go, and then I'm going to have to like use PayPal or something. I have no clue. I've heard bad things about PayPal, so I try not to use PayPal because I don't trust it. So yeah, this is so frustrating. I'm like, I wrote up the email. This person wants to buy a freaking membership. Let's go. I need this to work. I should have done this, had this all set up before, but I guess I just didn't have belief in myself. I have no clue, but I'm gonna look into something else like Stripe or something and see if I can't. There's Square payments. Don't know anything about that. I wonder if I could just use QuickBooks, but I feel like that's kind of weird. I don't know. I need to figure out what I'm doing. So hold please. Okay, so I finally got the whole Stripe thing figured out. It was very annoying. Basically, like it wanted me to like log into my bank account, and that wasn't happening. So I just manually connected Stripe to my bank account, and it worked. So thank God. I just pressed send on the onboarding membership email, and we'll see if they pay. You know, of course, I feel like that was like a whole hour that went by. So I feel like you never know if they're still interested, or maybe they've had time to think about it. I don't know. Maybe this is imposter syndrome. Maybe I'm like getting a little tinge of imposter syndrome. I don't struggle with imposter syndrome, but I think that this might be that. So just sent the email, and hopefully they sign up and pay today. That would be crazy. And today is my 10-year anniversary, like relationship anniversary with my husband. So today we started dating 10 years ago, literally a decade ago. So that'd be really fun if I could celebrate 10 years with my husband and then celebrate the first membership of Vetted by Design. So we'll see. The day is still early. It's only noon. So much more to do. But since I've done that, I made another list. I'm like list obsessed. of things that I need to do. So I need to add a slide in my pitch deck that kind of talks about the angel fund. The angel fund is a little tricky because, I mean, it could be whatever I want it to be. So I have to figure out what I want it to be. I think it'd be really cool. Of course, I would like to build it up to like 20 grand that I would donate to someone's business or like someone's business idea. But we're going to start kind of small. So I want to add a slide that just talks about the angel fund, break out 2 mission statements. I already did that because Vetted by Design, I have 2 mission statements, one for the design side and one for the pro side. Create a vetted logo. So I had a pro ask me to create like a logo that she could put on her website that just shows that she's a part of the platform. So I need to create what that looks like. I need to add some information about the Vetted by Design process, which I have to figure out exactly what I want the process to look like. Oh, and then I need to add a slide that just talks about like, how do I get designers on the website? Like, what am I doing as a founder to make sure that if you pay for a membership and you're on the platform, that designers' eyeballs are going to be looking at you? So I got to put that on my pitch deck. I already did my pitch. Oh yeah, and then I got that one rejection, and then the other person just simply did not respond to me. So I think I'm gonna add their emails to like a funnel where we'll send out an email in 6 months to see if maybe they're interested in 6 months. But, or maybe I don't know. So yeah. And so yeah, I really need to create a workflow for so many things. Like, a lot of this is just like a workflow. The vetting process is a workflow. Getting pros onboarded is a workflow. So I need to just figure out workflows, but I'm gonna work on some of these things. And then like in unrelated news for other businesses, for my design business, I need to order paint samples for a client, and then I need to send out like a email for like a little group of designers. My friend that talked to me about the business idea, she wants to put together like a little group of designers, and so I'm going to send out some emails to my design friends, just seeing if they want to get together sometime next week and hang out, I guess, to help her business. So those are just 2 random things that I need to do before I forget. Oh, and I need to say happy birthday to my best friend. Shout out to my best friend, my biggest supporter in life. I love you so much. You know who you are. You're the real one. I love you so much, and happy birthday. So anyways, let's get back to it.